Keep it short and simple. KISS, KISS. Words to live by in so many ways. Recognizing simplicity and following the doctrine that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication will be our topic today. Lo and behold, this is our 50th entry for Project Eli. In celebration of this milestone, which coincides with the third and concluding episode about time, I will seek to summarize my mindset by promoting the virtues of being a simp without being a wimp. As always, make sure your hearing aid has fully charged batteries so that you may eavesdrop as I speak to my favorite progeny, Eli the Great. Eli, on this 50th episode of the project that bears your name, I'd like to take the time to review some simple truths for your review and approval. That's a good segue for my first question. If you've been listening to these videos, how good is your retention level? You may recall that in our very first video, we pointed out that one of the most important learning hacks is to listen repetitively to lessons of substance. Just as you can memorize and sing along with a song on the radio, you may also own the words and rhythms of knowledge only when you embed the information into your brain repeatedly. In the same video, we also highlighted the virtue of turning quantity time into quality time. The suggestion was, as you're driving from point A to point B, listen to our videos and or other lessons of substance until you own the content. Repetition means retention. As with most habits, it's easy to do and easy not to do. This practice is one of the major habits adopted by nearly all 5%ers. You are your habits, and then your habits become you. To be a 5%er, model the 5%er. Repetitively listen to content of substance to own it. Maximize your quality time. Keep it simple. Maximize your time. Our second, third, and fourth videos, Eli, focused on the blueprint for a positive mental attitude, the blueprint for goal setting, and the formula for success. Eli, technology may change your mode of transportation from a horse and buggy to a car. Technology may change the way you access information from books to videos. Technology may allow you to communicate with a teacher or mentor on Skype instead of in person. Technology may allow you to meet the love of your life online instead of a traditional social gathering place. But the principles that allow you to complete the task at hand, be it transportation, information, communication, or cohabitation, remain the same. Eli, the principles of success require, yes, require a positive mental attitude, goal setting, and understanding the success formula. You may want to revisit those lessons too while you turn your car into Drive Time University, because technology doesn't change these basic principles. Keep it simple. Maximize your time. Another habit that maximizes time is enabling your subconscious mind to help you find solutions while you're sleeping. The 5%er makes maximum use of his brain, recognizing that you have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. One of the perks, time-wise, of the subconscious mind is that it works while you sleep. I've repeatedly given you specific direction on how to use your subconscious to communicate and partner with the universal mind. The number of times that we have made videos discussing this topic is a clue. Hello, McFly. The use of your subconscious mind, a tool that we all possess but most neglect, is essential to creativity. Creativity is the mother of innovation. Plant the seed of your desired outcome into your mind just prior to crossing the border to sleep. Focus on the end result only. Leave the how to your subconscious. Keep it simple. Maximize your time. More time-saving, simple ideas that we have discussed. Quiet thinking time every morning to capture the messages being sent to you by your subconscious mind, the universal planner. Also, use this time to visualize what you want to accomplish that day and with whom you want to spend your time. This planning time gets you to the starting line, gets you started, and gives you momentum. It allows you to live your life intentionally instead of as a reactionary. Invest a little time to save a lot of time. Keep it simple. Maximize your time. At this point, I think we can agree that developing good habits is paramount to being productive and successful. With that being said, and I hate when people say, with that being said, it would behoove us to re-examine the habits that are taught in our schools and the habits that are not being taught in our schools. It is my firm belief that a major tweak in this arena is long overdue. Here is the major simple fact. The amount of knowledge doubles every 3 years or so. Most people use an incredibly small percentage of their book smarts when they become part of the workforce. The pertinent question to ask is, what material needs to be taught in schools that will prepare our citizenry the best way possible? Clearly, the people that can answer that question best are the people that are the most successful. Kind of simple, right? When you ask these people what made them so successful, as Napoleon Hill did about a century ago, or as success magazines do today, you find that the answer is always the same. It's the stuff they don't teach you in school. How to set goals, how to get to the starting line and just start, how to use your subconscious mind as well as your conscious mind, what can be expected on the road to success, what habits lead to success and what habits lead to failure, how do you visualize, and so on. The major misconception of the 95% crowd is that the successful 5%ers all used a different formula to achieve their success. The belief is there is no uniformity for Mark Cuban or Tony Robbins or LeBron James or Bill Gates. The fact is that there are many more similarities than there are differences. The formula for success is the same. The one undeniable similarity is that these titans of success all learned how from information that they didn't receive at school. Now, if the formula for success and its components are virtually the same for these achieving people, why don't we teach this invaluable information in our schools? Yes, we will still need to teach the basic reading, writing, and arithmetic, but we are missing the boat because we only focus on teaching stuff and not how to productively think, plan, be creative, and problem solve. Let's rethink how we dedicate our education time with our young people. The present system is archaic and obsolete in many respects. The reason is that its foundation lay in the philosophy of the early 1800s when public schools were conceived. At that time, technical knowledge doubled about every 100 years. There wasn't nearly as much to teach. Now, why am I publishing these videos, Eli? Because it is the stuff that they don't teach you in school. Oh, you can learn it from a worthy mentor, but first you must find one, and he or she must be willing to accept you as a mentee. Unfortunately, there aren't enough worthy mentors to go around. Now, some things that make common sense take forever to implement. You have to look no further than our electoral college voting system when we elect a president. When that system was introduced by the Founding Fathers, its purpose was to serve as a check on the general voting populace. We talk about changing that system every 4 years, but it seems to be just too much trouble to do anything about it. The philosophy that created the Electoral College is archaic today. Isn't it about time that we make some changes that are sensible and serve us in a more productive way? Other examples of common sense dragging its heels are civil rights, identifying that cigarettes may be dangerous to your health, that helmet-to-helmet hits in football may cause brain damage, women should have the right to vote, and that country music is an oxymoron. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. My point is that because of the rate that information increases, simple math tells us that we can no longer keep up teaching all the new stuff in our schools. Doesn't it make more sense to focus on the proper ways to achieve success than to try and teach an endless supply of new knowledge? Today, knowledge may be accessed easily, especially now with the internet and through other electronic means. What remains a constant is how to make the use of that knowledge for the maximum progress of mankind. As we mentioned earlier, those principles are timeless and useful, yet they are blatantly ignored in our present education system. We, in fact, discourage creativity in favor of conformity. Creativity is becoming extinct. Can we all please wake up and acknowledge that the new sophistication should be simplicity? Let's teach these success formulas and blueprints in our schools. The fact that successful person after successful person attributes their success to these methods makes them a science and not a theory. Let's keep it simple. Let's maximize our time. Let's remember to keep it short and simple. Let's remember to KISS. Let's remember to KISS. On our 51st offering, we will discuss principles and you. To avoid getting sent to the principal's office, make sure that you have clicked on the red subscribe button and rung the bell. You don't want to be late for class. If you have any comments, suggestions, or critiques, please contribute them in the comments section below. As always, I remind you to look for additional goodies in the description box that is also below. Our thought for the day is, wisdom is not a flower to be plucked. Slow down to the speed of wisdom. And because we never end our meetings on a philosophical note, get out there and charge. I'm Eli's dad.